What's up, guys? Jeep and Bubba here, and today we are starting work on our 2025 SEMA build, Project Ranger Bob, the 1988 Jeep Comanche. And well, this thing's got a dead battery, so the first thing we're gonna do is put a battery in this bad boy. All right, guys, we went with an Optima battery. I've got it brand new here in the box. We're gonna open it up and show you what it's all about. So yeah, guys, I went with an Optima because they support motorsports. They've got a nice, clean, good-looking product, but it gives us that confidence. Again, we're gonna have this thing at SEMA with a ton of lights on it, and I want to make sure we're not gonna end up with a dead battery at any of the shows, whether it's Jeep Beach or Jeep Invasion. I want to know that this truck's gonna crank every time I hop in it, and that's why we went with an Optima battery. It's just one of the best out there, and we're super glad to have them as part of this build. All right, it's been like 2 years. New battery. Let's see if that's enough for this to crank up. I don't have anything here. Oh, I gotta turn it, and it's got this bad boy. I forgot. It fires up after 2 years. Unbelievable. You can't beat that 4.0. Alright, it's rare that a plan comes together, but here we are in the shop. The motor fired right up, so the steering all worked. We just pulled it up the hill, turned it around, and Austin is about to pull this transmission out. Not going to film all that. He's basically just dropping the transfer case and the transmission, and then what is going in there is this AX15 out of a Cherokee. I think we're going to be swapping the transfer case as well, but we'll get into that later. Alright, Austin unbolted a bunch of stuff, and then I came and helped him jerk on this thing, and just like that, tranny's out with transfer case. That's the Peugeot nobody wants. It's going away. That's a 231 transfer case. We might use it, but we'd have to change the spline that goes into the transmission itself. This is a 23 spline, so we really need a 30 spline, but I might have one coming. And then there's the AX15 that's going in. We got to get a bunch of parts from a YJ, TJ, blah, blah. Anyways, we'll get it bolted in. And once that's all done, we got to move on and put the new axle in and the lift. That way we can measure drive shafts. But that's it for today. We'll probably be back in a couple days, maybe sometime next week to start on the AX15. Peace. Eat your prunes. What's up, guys? Another day in the shop working on the Comanche. Let me show you what we're getting into. All right, the Comanche is up on the lift, and it is getting a lift. So what is in there now is like some Rubicon Express springs. It's got cab fab, adjustable control arms. It's got some zone shocks, anti-rock that's not connected, cab fab steering, and a Rubicon Express track bar chilling there. So what it's going to get is a 4.5 inch, the old springs are 4 inch. It's going to get a 4.5 inch zone spring. That's sitting over here in the box, zone spring. Getting Fox shocks on it, JKS track bar, JKS adjustable control arms. We're just bringing this thing all to JKS, all sport truck family. Nothing really wrong with these cab fab arms. They're actually pretty nice. We'll probably resell them. I did notice, I went ahead and threw a screwdriver in here, and looks like my bushings are a little worn. Got a little play in them. They're not terrible, but I think I'm going to go ahead and order some Johnny joints, and we'll press those out and put Johnny joints in there, or I might just get some new rubber ones to put in here. But we'll probably worry about that when we do the truss on it and we re-gear it, and definitely needs pressure washing. I think also it's going to need new ball joints, a little bit of grease seeping out, although I don't think there was much play in it. And then these rotors are pretty much rusted toast. They still got some pad life left, but I think we'll put some power stops up there. But Austin's working on getting the shocks and springs in today, and the new track bar. And we're going to put a Fox stabilizer in it as well. Found a clamp that I had sitting around, and we're going to throw it on there as well. So we're working on the front lift today and the transmission, as in our previous video, is out. We're gonna pull that clutch at some point, and we're gonna start fitting everything up to put the AX15 in. All right, Comanche's back on the ground. This is where I'll end this video because we got a lot of work left to do, but you can kind of tell the front's got a lot more rake than the rear. Maybe you can't tell in the video, but the front is definitely up that 1.25 inches. So the back's gonna go up about another 1.5 inches. And once we get a 3-inch bigger tire on there and the bigger flares, this truck will be sitting up pretty high. So we've got JKS track bar, the cab fab steering. I mocked up the links for the anti-rock. They're in there, the Fox shocks. All the control arms are in. But this is gonna get gears, ball joints, brakes, new bushings, and then our plan for the back, swap the axle, spring over. Gotta put a new spring in it. Not a lift spring, just a new OEM spring, because that thing's old and got old bushings. And definitely needs paint all in through here, but we're not trying to get it perfect, we're just trying to get it running. And once we get it running, we can work on the perfection part. But that's it for this video. There'll be a lot more coming your way on this Comanche project as we ramp up towards getting this thing to Jeep Beach and Daytona. I'm Jeep and Bubba, eat your prunes, and we'll be seeing you.